we are back again, almost done with this chapter. We've got 2 lessons left. As you can see against my black shirt here, I got a black cat Sharu who decided he needed some attention, so we'll give him some loving as we roll into Chapter 2, Section 6, Commissions and Fees. Content objectives: students will solve problems involving commissions and fees. Lesson says that this should take us about 45 minutes, so once again, hopefully we'll knock this one out in a single day's class instruction again. There are hundreds of types of careers in the world. The money paid to a person in exchange for their work is called a wage. Wages can be paid in different ways: hourly, salaried, or a percent of their sales called commission. There was a period in my life when I got out of the Navy that I sold cars at Palmetto Ford, the largest Ford dealership in Charleston, South Carolina. Spent a year doing that, and I only got paid if I sold a car. And we got a percentage of the profit. That was the commission that I was making there. Now suppose you're offered 2 different weekend jobs at a sports store. Job A is going to give you $125 plus a commission of 3%. Job B isn't going to give you that base pay of $125, but they're going to give you a commission of 27% of your sales. Which job would you rather have? Well, to be able to make that kind of decision, you're going to need to understand how commission works, and that's the whole point of this lesson. I'm kind of curious if you guys can hear Sharu purring here in my lap. Well, let's look at the different ways people are paid. The first option is hourly. These employees are paid a set amount per hour, such as $15 per hour. If you get a job, your first job's working at McDonald's flipping hamburgers or something, you're going to get an hourly pay. Next is a salary pay. That's what the teachers at your school get. We don't get paid by the hour. We get paid a set monthly payment every month for showing up to go to work. And then you have commission only. For commission only, that means that you're going to get paid a percentage of the amount of goods or services that you sell. And the final one is a salary plus commission. For those, you're going to get a small base pay. Even if you don't sell anything, they're going to give you a little bit of money. It's not going to be enough money to live off of, but maybe they'll buy some ramen noodles or something. From there, you would also get a percentage of the goods you sell, which is commission, and right here is your first definition to go with this lesson. You can write it down. Some employees, such as realtors, car salesmen, stockbrokers, are paid a percentage of the amount they sell. This payment is called a commission. The textbook gives us this really cool screen where they show you how they calculated up commission of a realtor sales, but we're not going to stare too hard at this because we haven't taught you how to do it yet. Let's keep moving. Angie works in a jewelry store and earns 6.25% commission on every piece of jewelry she sells. How much commission does she earn selling a ring that costs $1,300? First off, it says, what is a good estimate for the solution? Well, I could say that 10% of $1,300 is going to be $130. 5% is half of 10%, which is closer to the 6.25%. So half of $130, that's going to end up being $65. So probably about $75 would be my ballpark estimate of what she's going to make. Now let's see how close we are to my $75 estimation. As we have done repeatedly in this lesson, we're going to be using a proportion to compare the ratios using the same ratio reasoning that we have been doing over and over again. So they set it up with the commission over the $1,300 is equal to the percent 6.25 over 100. From there, they said 100 times what is 1,300? That is going to be 13. And if you do it on the bottom, you have to do it on the top. So next they took and multiplied. Sharu's had enough of me. They multiplied with that 6.25 on the top by 13, and they found out that the commission is going to be $81.25. I estimated it would be about $75. So was I close? Yeah, for doing something that quick in my head, that's not too bad. From there, you would say the total commission earned is going to be $81.25. Check it. Everything is good. That is one way to skin the cat, but I have a sneaky suspicion we're going to be skinning that cat another way. Watch out, Sharu. Now we're going to work the same exact problem using properties of operations. They set it up the same way. Commission over 1,300 is equal to 6.25% over 100. Only this time they're going to say, well, what is 6.25% written as a decimal? Whoops, hold on, wrong button. All right, I'm back. What is 6.25 written as a decimal? That's going to be the 0.0625 we see right here. Now they're going to isolate the variable. The variable is C. Its friend is 1,300. We're going to undo divided by 13, multiplying 1,300 on both sides. That's going to end up looking like that. From there, these two 1,300s are going to divide each other out. I got cat hair all over my nose. Feel it. These 1,300s are going to divide out. And then when we multiply the 0.625 times 1,300, you're going to find that you get the same commission we had earlier, which is, let's grab a handy dandy calculator here, 0.0625 times 1,300, $81.25, the same exact number we came up with last way. Either way you go, you're going to earn the same amount of money in commission on the sale of that ring. So the talk about it says, how does your answer compare to your estimate? I estimated 75. The answer is 81. That's pretty close. That's not too bad. All right, folks, now it's your turn. You pause the recording. You work this problem. You can use either method you want to calculate the commission that Sierra's father is going to earn by selling a house for $173,500. Pause the video and work on it. Did you get an answer? Let's take a look and see what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start off with, getting my pen working right here, saying that commission over the cost of the house, 173.500, comma 500, is equal to the commission rate, 3.5 over 100, because a percent is a ratio between some number and 100. Now, couple ways we could do this. I could say 100 times what? I think that's what I'm going to do. 100 times what number is going to give me 173,500. Of course, that means I only have to move the decimal 2 spaces. That means 1735. If I multiply 100 times 1735, I get 173,500. If I do it on the bottom, I have to do it on the top. 13.5 times 1735, and when I bring up my calculator to knock that one out for us, it's going to be right there. 3. Oh, wait, hold on. Yep, I did it right. 3.5 times the 1735 equals, we're going to find commission is going to be $6,072.50. That is what our C is going to equal to. You can also write it right here, 6072.50. This is a good example of supporting work. This is the kind of stuff I'm going to have to see if you want to get full credit for doing it. So now let's go back to our problem. $6,072.50. Check our answer. The answer checked. We're in good shape. Let's keep moving. Now we're going to dig in a little bit deeper. Caleb needs to earn $1,200 each month to cover his monthly living expenses. He earns 8% commission on everything he sells. What is the minimum he needs to sell in order to earn the $1,200? So what do we need to find here? Are we going to find the part, the percent, or the whole? Excuse me, we are looking for the whole, the original amount of sales, because he's only getting part of that sales in his commission. So, diving forward. First thing we're going to do is write a proportion and solve using ratio reasoning, and they decided to define the variable as A, let A equal the amount that he needs to sell. So moving forward, the commission is still on top, just like it always was. He needs a commission of $1,200. The total amount of sales goes on the bottom, and then over here, 8% over 100. That's where he's getting that information from. Now the math book is probably going to do some strange voodoo stuff. Yep, they magically said right here 8 times 150 is equal to 12,000. I don't really like that, so I'm going to take a screenshot and we're going to show you where that information just came from. So what they did is they worked it backwards. 1200 divided by 8 is equal to what number? And you can grab your handy dandy calculator for that. 1200 divided by 8, and what's that going to give you? That is the 150 that they magically came up with right here. So now you could say that from that we can take 8 times that same 150, and that is going to end up letting you know, I'm sorry, not 8, I said that wrong, it should be 100 times that same 150. And when you multiply that out, you're going to bounce the decimal 2 spaces to the right, 15000. So now we know that he needs to sell $15,000 worth of stuff in order to earn the $1,200 commission. Go back to the page we were on, and if you keep pushing through here, you can see that's exactly what they did. They multiplied 100 times 150 just like I did, getting the same $15,000 mark. So he needs to sell $15,000 worth of stuff in order to earn a $1,200 commission. I bet they wanted a comma there. So let's take and put a comma in. First time they've demanded a comma. There we go. They wanted a comma for that one. For a talk about it, they want to know how we know the answer is reasonable. And to find that out, I'm going to go back and look at the information I had. What is 10% of 15,000? That's going to be 1,500. All you have to do is move the decimal 1 space to the left. 8% a little less than 10%. 1,200 is a little less than 1,500. So yeah, our answer is a good ballpark, or a good solid answer. It's a reasonable answer. This is where we're going to stop this video. When you come back, you're going to do part 2, and you're going to solve this problem on your own. You might want to go ahead and start working on it so you can have an answer ready when we get there.